Hi, Markwood. I had to get my voice going. How you doing? Oh, good morning. Let me take a sip of juice here. Get my voice rolling. So, hi, Mitz. Hi, Tori. Hi, Jersey. Can y'all hear me okay? Bishop. How's everybody doing? I'm going to draw today, but I got a little bit of happy mail. Well, I got an order in from Zandra. And we'll also be giving away another copy of 50 Ways to Draw, that Faithful Mess sent. So we'll be giving that away. Let me open my blinds here. It's what do you call it? A overcast day, but I'll still let the light in. I think we're gonna get some rain later, but yeah. Hi, Julie. Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. How you doing? So hope everybody is doing well. Let's see. I know she is sweet, isn't she? Faithful Mess is so sweet. Let's see. I think I said hi to everybody here so far. So hopefully it looks okay. And of course I'll zoom in a little bit when we go to draw. We're just going to draw in a sketchbook. And this is a 11 by 14, because y'all know I like to draw bigger, especially when I draw animals. But we're going to just draw with the ballpoint pen and shade a little bit with the brush pen. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. Hi, Carla. So I already picked, I'm going to start with a rooster. I love drawing roosters. I like drawing roosters, jellyfish, octopus, of course, lemurs. You know, I love me some lemurs. Hi, Boney. Happy hump day to you too. Hi, Pacola. How's it going? Teresa, Nancy, anybody else I missed? Thanks, guys, for stopping in. Here come the cats, of course. They hear me talking. They go, what's going on? Are you talking to another cat in there? Let's go in there and see. Is there another cat in there we need to be aware of? That's how they do. Let's see. Diana, Mitz. Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Juanita. Bobby S. Who else? I'm trying to catch everybody. So if y'all have not been here before, my name's Dee Dee. And I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, but I usually come on about 8:30 so that I can say good morning to everybody and talk to everybody for a few minutes. Got to show some happy mail. Then we'll do some sketching and do a giveaway. So this has to be in the U.S. only. This is a big, heavy book. I sent one out. I'm giving them away, one a week, or at least every other week. So I gave one away last week, and they are going book rate. So that means it may take 2 weeks to get to you. So, but internationals, I'm giving a print. I'm sending a print out. Then I'm sending out my new print of the Time Wrangler. So if you're international, I'd do a separate giveaway for a print for you, because to send this would probably cost me $50. Just saying. It's crazy, the shipping international. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. Hi, Scrap Girl 12. Oh, you got your book. Okay, well, yours came pretty quick because I sent it book rate. So Scrap Girl got one. I sent it last week, and she said she got it already. Of course, you know, depends on where you live, how quick it gets there. But I'm glad you love it. So I am sending them book rate, just FYI. FYI. Well, Carla, they are on Amazon as well. I think they're normally like $25, but I think on Amazon they're like $11.95. So there's, and to me, it's totally worth $11. I'll do another flip through it again when we go to do it. So yeah. I think I saw them on Amazon for like $11 or $12. So, hi, Kalura, Becky. Happy hump day to you too. How you doing? to the mods and fibs, which means friends in the box. Let's see. Who else? Yeah, it is a beautiful book, isn't it? I know. It was so nice of Faithful Mess to send. If you see Faithful Mess, tell her you like it. Let's see. Said hi to Boney. Hi, Daniela. Welcome everybody. Welcome, Daniela. Good to have you. Let's see. Picola's saying hi, everyone coming in. So yeah, it's a kind of a cloudy day here. Hubster and I's anniversary of this is this week. I think we're going to go up and see Denise. Well, I think we're going to go have lunch with Denise on Saturday, and of course that means a trip to Barnes and Noble. So it's a little over an hour drive to go see her, and so go up there, have lunch, go to Barnes and Noble, and then drive back through the ATL, depending on how bad the traffic is. But I think that's what we're going to do this weekend. So we're going to buy each other a book for our anniversary. Let's see. Thank you, Tori. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Tina says good morning. All the hearts and names. Tina, I think try to squeeze in everybody there. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. Yeah. And some people were saying that the sketchbooks, this is the Hobby Lobby brand, not these, but like the Kansans and some other ones were on clearance. My Hobby Lobby does not have them on clearance yet. You know, they go around the country, and I think sometimes you think your Hobby Lobby's the last one. But I did see some people saying that the Kansan mixed media, you know, the blue ones and some other ones are on clearance. But my Hobby Lobby, as of yesterday, because Tuesday's my errand day, and I do stop by Hobby Lobby, my sketchbooks were not on clearance. I already had this one, so I really don't need any sketchbooks because I've got plenty. But if they go down, you know, normally $19 and they go down to $3 or $4, I'll be picking up a couple. But they haven't gone to clearance yet, so yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Couples that read together stay. Yeah. We try to read every night. We don't always read every night. Sometimes we'll play a game of cards. We like to play Liverpool Gin. So sometimes we'll play a game of cards, but we try to read every night. One of these days I got to get Hubster on here to teach y'all how to play Liverpool Gin. It's so fun. His family's played it since I don't know if it was his great grandmother, but at least his grandmother. So they played that in their family for a couple generations. So it's a fun game. And we, of course, taught the kids, and, you know, they all know how to play it too. Hi, CB. And you did JB5 with Janet on your errand day. Well, you better get crack-a-lack in Jersey. My errand day is usually Tuesday, and then Hubster and I do some grocery shopping, you know, some stuff on Saturday mornings. But, you know, for us, errand running, we get up so early. We get out when the store's open. We get in there, we get out. We're usually home by 12. Unless we go to Denise's. Then it's, you know, then it's maybe 2. Because she's an hour and 15 minutes away. So, but anyway, Zandra's favorite is what? Zandra's, I'm not sure. I don't understand the question, Carla. I don't the Zandra's favorite. I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. Hi, Ashley. Let's see who else. So anyway, we and I'm doing a soup of the week. I do a soup a week. Mom's given me recipes one a week. So I've done chicken noodle, I've done chili, I did the shrimp and sausage gumbo. This coming week is potato soup. So, but I'm not going to do it on Saturday because we're going to go see Denise. So I will do my soup of the week on Sunday instead of Saturday. I've been trying to do them every Saturday, but this time it'll be Sunday. Hi, Faithful Mess. Good. Whoops, sorry. I tried to click on you and you went bye-bye. There you are. Okay. Scrap Girl got, she was the first recipient of one of your books that you sent us, Faithful Mess. We're going to give away another one today. So she got hers and she said she loves it. So thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Sarah Stanford. Let's see who else. Yeah, well, oh my goodness. I do try to show, I try to post, maybe the ingredients, or I show you guys here, the completed dish or something. I don't know if I showed on Monday, if I showed y'all the gumbo picture. I didn't put the finished picture on Instagram. I just put the ingredients on Instagram. But let me show you the completed dish. There's the chili. Where is it? Yep, here it is. So there's here's the gumbo. Now I just scooped out the main meal, but you can put the juice on top. This is in the serving dish, and then we got the rice and the shrimp gumbo out of here, and then we got the juice out of the pot to put more juice. I didn't want the rice to get too squishy. So anyway, Hubster's been liking them. And and then Boo needs a slideshow for her graduation. So I've been trying to go through all my scrapbooks. I mean, I've got like 25 or more scrapbooks. I mean, the big, thick 3-ring binder kind. And so I've been trying to dig out some pictures for her slideshow. So I started with since she was born, and I've gone through, I'm into the third one now, but this so far is my favorite one. There's Boo when she was probably 3. Isn't she so cute? There she is when she's about 3. She finally started smiling when she was 3. She didn't smile until she was 3, I don't think. So I've been pulling out pictures. This is her normal. This was her normal look till she was 3. That was what she looked like till she was 3 years old. And then she finally cracked a smile. She finally cracked a smile. So that's where I'm up to now. So today I'm taking about 8 to 10, because I have tons of scrapbooks. I have tons of scrapbooks of them. So I'm taking about 8 to 10 pictures out of each scrapbook. Hi, Miss Seki. Hi, Janet. How you doing? So yeah. Did your family get on the road, Janet? If y'all missed it, Janet and her granddaughter Courtney streamed on Monday together, and they did a journaling by 5. It was so fun. If y'all missed it, go back and watch Janet's Monday show. So let's see. So Janet, you gonna draw with us today? Janet likes to draw too. We both like to draw. So did they get on the road? It wasn't it, Ashley? It was so fun. It was so fun. So let's wait and see if what Janet says. They're packing to leave now. Oh, well, don't Janet, go say bye to your family. Or have you already said bye? Did you say bye last night? See ya. hit the road, Jack. No, I'm just kidding. I know you didn't do that. Let's see. There's Devin. Kimberly 557 said it was fun. I'm going to try after they're gone. And if I'm not crying, don't. Oh, you'll see them again soon. And I know you do Skype and stuff, or Zoom or whatever one. I know you see them. Let's see. She's been says she has to do her daily doodles. Hi, Trisha Green. Everybody's going, oh, Janet. They're all giving you virtual hugs, Janet. I know she's had fun with them. She's had them there for like 5 days, Janet. 5 days. 6 maybe. It never seems enough, especially after they're gone. So, okay, well, let me go ahead and show you what I ordered from Xandra. I didn't order a whole lot from Xandra, but she did send me some free papers, so which I love because I bought the 12 by 12s of the Blue Note, so she sent me the little 6 by 6, and I try to order from her every month. So, she always has different stuff at Scraps. Scraps to Beauty is her YouTube channel, and Paint and Paper Studio. She usually sends me a card. Well, she sent me, this was a sticker that I kept the sticker off the package, and then she sent me another sticker. So, but it's Paint and Paper Studio, all one word. So she sends some stickers, and I always put these, either on a journal or, and then she sent me one of her little acrylic charms. So, can use these on your art journals, like journal jewelry. Let's see. They should check their suitcases. They might. I think they're driving. They're not flying. Oh, check their suitcases. The night to try to get herself in there. Oh, Juanita. So it's a little acrylic charm with her Frida. That's her little trademark girl. And yeah, Paint and Paper Studio. Thanks, CB. Paint and Paper Studio is the name of it. And then she always sends you some napkins and a bookmark or a tag. Thanks always for your support, Dee Dee, Xandra. And so, yeah, so let me show you what I got from her. Again, she sent these papers to me as a gift, and because she knew I'd already bought the 12 by 12 Blue Note. I think there was 2 different kinds. I bought both of them. And so let me just show them to you. I think this looks like there's 2 each. So if you haven't seen, I showed the 12 by 12. It's easier to see the designs on the 12 by 12, but it's awesome stack, and all jazz. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Picola's must be letting you put in a link today, Janet. She goes, oh, Janet's feeling sad. Let's put her to work. Let's make Janet do some work today because she's sad. So anyway, there's two of each. And again, I love the 12 by 12 papers. And I think I like these next to my I forget what this called, the rusty gas station stack. I love that rusty gas station stack, but these all have the blues has the same colors in it. So I like these too. Look at the piano along the edge there. So she sent me that. So thank you, Z. Thank you so much. This is what it looks like. If you get and I think the cover of the 12 by 12 looks the same too, except it says 12 by 12. Okay, then, so I ordered some of the, and I think it says it on here. I was trying to see the name of, it just has the name of the paper, but these are from that gas station line. The one that has the rusty gas station. Collateral Rust. That's the name of it. Collateral Rust. And I have the 12 by 12 of these as well. So I bought a couple of the rice paper ones. I bought 3 of these and 2 of these. So I'll be using these in my art journals. And yeah, so I got 3 of these. Isn't that awesome looking? I love these papers. So those will go with my stack, my 12 by 12 stack. Hello there, baby. I got one in the window and one here on the desk. And again, we're going to give away one of the books that Faithful Mess sent us, some of these, and we'll give one away. It's going to have to be US only, and then I'll do a separate giveaway for a print for international, because this is a big, thick, heavy book. Okay, and I am sending it book rate too. I should tape that down. I've been using my Trisha Green sent me these Asian gift wrap papers, and I've been using them as backdrops. So yeah, I need to tape that down, I think. Let's see. I know, isn't it, Ashley? So yeah, paint and paper studio, Zandra is where you can get them. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, these backdrops. Yeah, this. Oh, I'm sitting on my foot. Let me get off my foot. I've been. Let me show you where she sent these. This one is the kimono, has the Japanese, and this one is Chinese patterns. And they're just sheets like this. And I try to use them and kind of be careful. I try to be careful. Then when I swap them out, I just fold them back up. But you can see they're a full like sheet like this. And so isn't that pretty though? I just love them. So it just gives the desk variety. So, and they're not so dark that it sucks the light out of it, out of the desk, So, yeah, that's what I've been using. I just keep them right here under my desk so I can reach down there and grab one. Then the other thing that I bought was these two little Art Daily Vellum journaling pad. I got Beyond Science and Vintage Stories. So, hi, Donna. Oh, I'm kicking this paper cutter under there. I keep that right handy under my It's right handy under my desk. Wow. Wonder where she found those. Do you know where she found? I'm not sure. Probably on Amazon. I think I don't know if they came Amazon or not. Carol, CB. Let me show them to you again. I can give you. Let's see, ISBN. You want ISBN? It's Pepin Press. Pepin Press. If you go on Pepin Press on Amazon, you can probably find them. So here's all the designs in the kimono one. And then here's the designs in the Chinese patterns. They're both by Pepin Press. Hi, CNP. There's Trisha. Okay, she said they were from Amazon. Pepin Press. So yeah. Okay. Enabler alert. Enabler alert. Okay, so then I got these from Zandra's store, and I kind of was anxious to get into them, so I didn't take my time to cut the little thing very neat. So I tore this. It was my fault. Not that it matters because it didn't tear any of the papers. But there's 8 designs, 32 sheets in each, and they are different themes. Tina said, my Virginia relatives say handy as a pocket on a shirt. That's good. That's a good one, Tina. Let's see. Did I say hi to you, Devin? I said hi to Ashley. Yes, they do. There's a lot of different kind of stationaries and papers with matching stationaries. Thank you, Trisha. I love having them because I like having just, being able to change them out all the time. It makes it interesting. Hi, Auntie Maine. Good morning. Lurk and work. So, all right. So let me show you these vintage stories. And what they are, it's a vellum-like translucent kind of vellum paper, and they have half the sheets are in white and half the sheets. Let me take them out. And half are in craft color. So you can see they're translucent. So there's half like this, and then let me show you this. It's the same designs, but they're in. So you get half that are like this and half that are like that. So these are going to be awesome for art journaling. I've been playing in this. They're not really much anything in here yet. But I used my the large sheet that Selena sent. Well, I bought from Selena, and it was a little bit larger than this. It's more like it probably would have fit, the next size up journal. And but I cut it down to fit. This is not what Janet uses as the Beast, but it's the same type of thing. It has those kind of faux vinyl black covers, flexible covers on them. So I just glued it. I just glued this to it, and then I trimmed the edges. So I just thought it was pretty. And this bright pink is not showing up on camera. This is a hot pink. Hot pink. So I just did a little friendship thing. I got a couple things going on here, but look, I did a little friendship one. So there's I did a little BFF friendship page spread. And this is a real vintage feather from my dad. He had a collection of vintage feathers. So that's in there. And so I just did a little with some little lace. I just threw everything in here I wanted. So, and I put a little quote about being a good friend. And then these are two of Tim Holtz's, family, our what do you call them? Faux families, our faux family. So I did that. Thanks, guys. It's just, it doesn't mean anything personally, but I just did a theme of friends. So that's that. So anyway, I'll said all that to say this will be good to work in this fun journal. It's just a fun journal. Y'all know I got tons. I got tons of journals. I don't run out of journals. So let me flip through the different designs here. Thanks, G. And G, I hope G does some more from her car 2-minute videos. They're so fun. That's how I found G years ago. I found her when she was doing videos from her car, showing her little mini sketchbooks. They were like little tiny sketchbooks, and they were just big chunky sketchbooks. And you need to do another flip of that one of these days, one of those chunky ones, G. And she would be in her car and she'd do these 2-minute little videos. And that's how I found G years ago. So followed her ever since. So let me just flip through. Okay, Tina. So there's 2 of each, and then there's 2 each of the tan color. No, thank you, G, for doing them. Hi, Wendy. Anybody else I missed coming in? Tina had to go get her a bag of Cheetos. She likes Cheetos like I like Cheetos. So, trying to make sure I just get the one. So, aren't these cool? Hi, Miss Gigi. And they have a little bit of a shimmer to them. It's not like shiny, but it's got a shimmer, like if you had put Wink Stella on them or something. Not glittery, but just a shimmer. Hi, Kalura. So there's these, 2 of each. And then there's going to be 2 each of the same designs I just showed you, but in the craft color. So they'll have the same designs, but just in the craft color. Hey, y'all knock it off. They're tumbling out there. No, they don't really hurt each other, but they wrestle and they hiss at each other. So that one is called Vintage Stories. Vellum journaling pad. It's a Prima. Brand that made these. Yeah, I got them, Dana. I got them from Scraps to Beauty Zandra. Her shop is Paint and Paper Studio, and they're a Prima brand. So when she runs out, she always does because people buy her stuff up, and Zandra's stuff goes quick in her shop. She gets different kinds of things in her shop, but it sells out quick. So anytime you see Zandra post a Twitter or Instagram link saying she got new stuff in her shop, you better grab it because it'll be gone. She's not like a huge retail store where she's got 50 of these, right? So if you want the things that she has, she might have a few, but she's not like a box store where she's going to have hundreds of packs of paper and stuff like that, right? Hi, Debbie the Doodler, Don G. Who else? Dana. So, and then this one is called Beyond Science. I love this one because y'all know I love science fiction and fantasy. So, science, yeah. Don't make me sing science. I already got it in my head. Anyway, so it's the same. It's got two of each of the white one and two of each of the same in the craft color. Hi, Linda. Bonnie, you need to get on IG, girl. I mean, you said again, so I know you have an IG account. So get back over there. To me, IG is the best place for artists to post their stuff. There's, unless you follow people that, do politics and things, you're not going to, it's just not there. You can just follow. I only follow art. I mean, I have a couple others that I follow, but for the most 99% of my people I follow, art, photography, if you do diamond paint, anything creative, if you do anything creative, I'll follow you back. If you have pictures, I mean, if you haven't posted anything, I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to follow somebody who doesn't have any pictures, but, I follow pretty much anybody that's does creative. Isn't this cool? Isn't this cool, guys? Ashley. Ashley said, Boney, get thee to IG. Hi, Kathy A. So, isn't this cool? And then now it's going to go into the craft color, and it's all the same designs, just with the tinted craft color paper. So again, there's 8 different designs, 32 sheets, and 2 of each in the white and 2 of each in the craft color. So that is Vellum Journaling Pad Beyond Science and Vintage Stories. And they are put out by Prima, and I got them from Zandra's shop. And again, I did that. Didn't come from Zandra like that. So anyway, that is all I got as far as new stuff to show. And let's see. So I thought we would draw today. I thought I would just draw in ballpoint pen and do some shading and with a brush pen, with a Faber-Castell brush pen. And there we go. And this is what I drew all my, I won't pull it out unless there's somebody that hasn't seen. Has everybody seen my movie Monsters My Way from Inktober, year before last? I did movie Monsters My Way. This October will be, I think it's going to be my 7th year to do Inktober. I think it's going to be my 7th year. It's either 6th or 7th. I think it's my 7th year to do Inktober. This coming year will be. And so anyway, that's how I did my movie Monsters My Way for Inktober 2 years, well, a year and a half ago. And then, so we're going to just draw some animals today. Y'all, I love to draw animals. I mean, I do portraits of people and pets. And I do have, I think, a few more, well, I know I have a few more commissions that I need to get done in the next couple months. So I will, you haven't seen them, Dawn? Hi, Claire. Who else have I missed coming in? Hi, Mila. So I don't know if they're handy, just so you can see what I'm talking about. But I think everybody's probably seen them. I won't show them all. Oh, yeah, it's Inktober 2019. So this was my cover sheet. But I'll just kind of flip them out here. So these are the same size as what I'm working on. And So they're just different movie monsters. And I did them all with the ballpoint pen. I didn't pencil any of them. There's no penciling. I did them all with sketched them out with the ballpoint. Not that you have to do that. I'm just saying that's was the challenge I did to myself. Sketching with the ballpoint pen, and then the thicker ink that you see. I could have done that with the ballpoint pen too, but it would have taken a long time. And when you do Inktober, you do one a day. So since you do one a day, I didn't want to do it all day. I had other things to do, right? So yeah, so these are all the different movie monsters that I did. I won't go through all of them, but you can see, hi Flo, how you doing? And now Poe was not part of it, but I had done him that month as well, because I made a Poe book with the Raven. I printed out the whole, I didn't know it was 21 stanzas. I think it's 21 stanzas. And I was going to do them all in calligraphy. And, but when I saw there's 21 stanzas in the Raven, I just cut them out. But then I cut the lines down one by one and inked them and glued them. So it was almost as much, it took me almost as much time to make the Poe book printed out stanzas as it would have if I would have done it in calligraphy. Here's the Wicked Witch of the West. So I even did an Elvira, and here's a Bride of Frankenstein, The Fly. And I did a lot of the Japanese, monsters too. But they're, a lot of old movies. And then of course this one, I always think of Zippy. This was Zippy's favorite. Wasn't it Elmaris? Wasn't it you? Yeah, Elmaris did a cross stitch that for me. I did two versions of Frankenstein. They're similar. One's just a little thinner, and I did two versions of them because I put one in Procreate. And then from the Mummy, and then here's Zira. There's Zira from Planet of the Apes. So anyway, so that's how I did these. Except Zira, when we did, and I did a lot of these I did some. I can't say I did a lot of them because I didn't stream every day, but Zira was one that I did on camera. And her hair, when I did her hair, it was like way bouffanty. It was way bouffant. It was like this big. So rather than start all over again, I just took the scissors and gave her a nice little haircut. So I cut her hair all the way down, then put her on another sheet of paper. So I cut her out and put her on another piece of paper because I had to give her a haircut. But look, you can see, it's all done with ballpoint pen. Oh, thanks, Don. So they're just with ballpoint pen, and then the thick parts is just with the brush pen. Or you know what? I think some of this might have been this bigger. I might have had the dip pen, the pen and the ink, dip it in a, what do you call it? Brush pen, a brush and the ink rather than a brush pen. It was just the brush and the ink in my little, let's see here. Putting the ink out in a little soapstone. This is what I do when I use a brush or a calligraphy nib. I put it out in these. I have a couple different sizes, and then I just get it out with a brush or a nib. So I might have done these with a literal brush. Okay, so there's that. Get back in this portfolio. All right, so I don't have anything in this. If there was anything that I did in this, I tore it out. So, or this might be a new one. I don't know. I just grabbed one. So let's see. A dip pen and India ink. Thank you, Janet, for clarifying what was in. Yes, a dip, but I didn't do it with a pen. I did it with a brush. Janet, a paintbrush and India ink. Okay. But I do use a dip pen in that same manner. Calligraphy pen. All right. So I did pick out a couple pictures of of some roosters, and I thought I wanted to do maybe a rooster, an armadillo. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna start with the rooster though, or a couple roosters. So let me go ahead, maybe zoom in one. Here we go. Let's zoom in one. Let's make sure we're pretty bright, but not too bright. That looks pretty good. Because I got my ring lights on this side. You can see it's brighter over here. All right, let's see. Any questions? I might be worried a little bit. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I said hi to Debbie. Who else? Okay. So I'm going to start with, now I have different references here. So I have oh, I thought what I would do is, let me just kind of sketch out what I want, where I'm going to do it. Now, you're not probably going to be able to see it at first because I have to do it very light, right? So I think maybe a little bit over here. So here's going to be my rooster and his waddle. I think that's what you call it. And then let me just get his shape and his size in here. So something like this, and his legs are going to come down here. And then his tail will just go probably off. Maybe I can make some of the feathers kind of curve down just to keep them in, but they go mostly off the page here if I drop this big. So let's just see here. Then a little. All right, so let's get him kind of sketched in. The kind of feathers, he's got feathers here. And then he's got these other feathers. I don't know if I'll add any color. I've done the giant roosters on my, what do you call it? On the art scroll, where I do it on the craft color paper and I sketch it out with a Conti crayon and then use acrylic paint to color it all in. But I thought today we would just take some chill and do some in, what do you call it? Pen and ink. All right, so kind of something like this, and his legs. Now I don't have feet on this picture, so I'll have to have another picture with feet in it. Let's see. Let me move over to another picture with feet. Okay, here we go. Because I always say when we do feet, like when we did the, if y'all remember, Julie would remember. Julie Topaz, when we did the peacock, I tried to do a whole bunch of studies of different, I'm going to do his feet nice and big. They're probably not this big, but I'm going to do them like they're a little closer to you. Because I like their big feet with all their lines in them. Anyway, I did a giant peacock and, on the art scroll. And what I was trying to do was draw different parts of, no, so look how big I'm making his feet. They're really big. Their rooster feet are not this big. I'm doing it this big. I wanted to do this on purpose. I wanted they're right there. So anyway, I was drawing all the different studies of a peacock. So I had the head, I had the feathers, I had a feather, I had just all different parts of the peacock, and I didn't get to the feet. And we were running out of time. This was on Ustream, and I forgot, how long did we have on Ustream? 3 hours? Yes, Sasquatch Rooster Devin. I think we had 3 hours was our time limit on Ustream at one time. So I was running out of time. And I said, oh no, I'm running out of time. I'm not going to be able to finish and then I said, I'm not going to be defeated. So anyway, yeah. Yes, Julie got it. Anyway, it was funny. All right, so I got my little feet sketched in here. I'll come back to, I'm working on multiple pictures here. So I think that will do for the feet, and I'll come back and do the details and stuff. All right, now let me see here. Let me go back to this one. All right, now let me kind of zoom in on his little face up here. And yeah, so let's do his crown. And I know that these roosters have all these different, names for their parts. I don't know that this is called the crown for real, but And I think under the beak, that part, isn't that called the wattle? Maybe somebody got a hair on there. Or a fuzz. Is that called the wattle? That thing hanging up under his neck there. So yeah. So I'm just you just lightly sketch and you just keep going. You go over and over your drawing. So you don't have to, it's going to be sketchy looking, right? It's going to be messy and sketchy. It's called a wattle. Thanks, Flo. Let's see, there's big eyes right about there. And a little dot in there. He's got this big part over his eye here. And then is that called the crown? The top of his head. Are you drawing with us, Janet? Or are you crying because your family left? I'm not making fun of her, guys. She was saying that herself. I'm gonna cry when they leave. Comb. A comb, yes. The comb. Okay. See, I forgot my rooster parts. I know there's names for all the different parts there. So, all right. So then he's got his back coming along here. These feathers coming down. All right. So I've got him kind of laid in there. So now let's go over here on this side and get his little feathers thicker over here. And, if you want to do a detailed pen and ink drawing now, I want to kind of take my time because, we're always kind of rushing through here and going real fast. But, if you want to do a nice detailed pen and ink, you really need to take time. So, and I also want to keep checking chat. Let's see. Puns are Tiffany said, puns are popping in my head. Yes, keep them to yourself, especially if they're R-rated, Tiffany. Let's see. Hello, Arya. I'm drawing now while they pack. Okay. Sarah Moonlight Crafter. I keep it clean though. Keep it family friendly. Although this channel's not made for kids, we still want to keep it family friendly. Hi, Samantha Nelson. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to make him a little fatter. So let's come on down here. And again, guys, I did his feet really big. They're really like in your face big feet. And then his little, like thighs there. I'm just getting it blocked in. And this will come like if I was gonna do the whole, like all his tail feathers and everything are as wide as his body. But I didn't want to get him too little because to get all the tail feathers in, I'd have to draw him, about this big so I could get all the feathers in. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm just going to have some of the tail feathers on here. You can pick and choose what you want to draw. You can pick the parts that you want. And so there's some little feathers there. And then there's one nice big feather here. Let's just kind of get that blocked in. And I might kind of make up the direction that I want them to go. I could have some be longer, and I can just have them go however I want. So kind of like that. He's really a little crunched. The arch in his back really could be a little bigger, but I'm kind of scrunching him in a little. You really don't want to do that. You really don't want to scrunch in your drawings. It's better to draw if you drew the head, let's say this big, it would be better just to draw this much of him and have the rest of him be gone. And then, other than his big defeats. Oh, but yeah, so you got to kind of consider all that. All right, so let's go back up to his little face here. Can y'all see? Do I need to zoom in? I can zoom in, but it means I have to remember to keep moving I have to remember to keep moving around because, I can't fit them under the screen. So I just have to remember to keep moving them around if I zoom in this much. And let's make sure we're not too dark. I think that's pretty good there. I think that's okay. It gets a little not quite as clear when I zoom in this much, but I think it's good. Hi, Reading with Pugs, Jen. How's it going? Good to see you. So, Tiffany. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. I think I must do a little bit of brush pen and do a little bit of, the places that I want the shadows to be. Are you following along, Janet? I'm teasing. I am so teasing, guys. Janet and I kid each other like this all the time. So just FYI, I'm not picking on her. I mean, I am picking on her, but not really picking on her. You know what I mean, Vern? Let's go down here maybe a little. So I'm getting in some of the dark areas and, kind of take your time though, especially, there's no going back, when you're doing a pen and ink, there's, I mean, you can get white out and you can do some things, but get the waddle here going around this way. And then let me come back with my pen here and kind of draw that in. All right, something like that to start. And then you just sit and you do all the rest. You do all the rest with shading and your pen, and just go in there and Janet says, I'm doing really good. But you say so myself. I can tell it's a rooster. Janet, you can draw. You can do it. You can do it. And I mean, if you're trying to just, I would, if I was you, I would be having some kind of a rooster reference. Get you a rooster reference. So you can, because I mean, I've got one here. Well, I actually got three, but one is the feet, and yeah. So, and then his comb, right? His comb. It's very, and his skin is very textury. It's very rough. It's very bumpy. So I'm going to kind of draw that. And again, you can take as much time. You could draw some. You could draw some of the rooster. You could, put a lot of detail in just one little section, especially if you're trying to draw, hey, baby girl. Especially if you want to try to draw a lot fast and get a lot of detail in. You may not have time. You may not have time to do a lot of everything. So you might have to just pick and choose. You might have to pick and choose and okay, baby, you can't be bumping on my arm now. I can't draw with you bumping on my arm. How much detail you want to put in. I see you. You want to come in? You want to squeeze in there a little? Okay, you can't get any closer than that because Mama can't draw if you're closer. So, yeah. So what's everybody else working on? And you can do so much with a ballpoint pen. I mean, you can get the lightest lines and the darks. I mean, I could, where I'm using the brush pen here, I could do all that with the ballpoint pen as well, but it's just quicker. It's just quicker if I do it with the pen, with the brush pen. Oh, dun, 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 Samantha, what did Samantha say? Somebody asking a question. Yeah, Janice streams after me on Mondays. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get some of these feathers kind of. Just a few. I don't want to go too crazy with the feathers yet until I decide how much featherage I want in here. But these kind of go like this. And there's some that are dark that are kind of up under his body here. Arting around. Jen is working on Fragile World, the Beetle page. Ooh, okay. I got to get back in. I've got to finish my axolotls so I can post that. And then I want to start another Kirby page in the Fragile World. So, yeah, I love that book. I can't say it's my very favorite, but it's right up there. Maybe it might be my favorite one because he doesn't have a lot of those little characters in this, this one. Well, he hasn't had those probably since a few, but not that there was anything wrong with those characters, but I just like the just the salt, just the animals. So basically, you're putting in shadow line with the brush pen, pretty much, yeah. Although I'm not filling it in. Like this is all shadow up under here and shadow over here, but I don't want to fill it in solid. So I'll probably just do this part, do the shadows like this using, like the movement of the feathers or the shape of the feathers to shade this in rather than just doing it solid. See what I mean? And of course, back up in here in his face. And you can just do like little scribbles. You can do, let me get his little beak just right though. You can just do like scribbles. And then you can do other kind of just lines, to shade. It works pretty quick when you do it with the pen. But you do want to kind of take your time if you want to do a nice drawing. I'm just kind of showing y'all how to do it here, but take your time when you're doing it. Lisa got her Fragile World Monday. Oh, sorry. The chat, as soon as it moves, I click on the wrong thing. And a few other color books. And keep some areas light, make sure you keep some light areas too. Like high contrast is always nice to me anyway. And that goes for in color and in black and white. I like a lot of contrast. So even though this would be red, and again, you can do like before I've done them animals like this, I'll use the super tip crayons. I mean markers, the super tip markers, the water-based markers. And we'll see when I finish the drawing if y'all want me to add the red to the wattle and the comb. So this is all up in here, textury. And don't forget the edges. The edges, it's probably going to be very textury too. So you can kind of get all scribbly on the edges up there. Hi, Julia O. Anybody else I missed coming in? Can y'all see okay? Am I keeping it in the frame? Yeah, I moved it over a little because of the cat. I'm trying to hold the pen back so I'm not blocking. But it does, you just this is something you just chill with. If you want to do a lot of detail, you can do as much as you want. And then where the thicker, unless that's a harsh line right there, if that's just a shadowed area, not a harsh line, then you can soften it with scribbles to make it like fade in, you can fade that in. And because it's all textury anyway, it adds to it because it's a scribble and it's the texture. And then there might be some areas that are just a little more detail like that. A hint. You like how you scribble? Oh, thanks, Teresa C. And by the way, I followed you, Teresa C. Your channel and your Instagram. I think you're just starting out doing videos. So again, I'm going to give this book away today. Faithful Mess sent us some copies of this. So, I will flip through this. So maybe you'll get some more hints and ideas. And those books right now, they're normally like $25. Now, Faithful Mess got them at one of her Ollie's, I think is where she gets them. And so they're discounted books. But I think on Amazon right now, that book is like $11.95 or $12, where it's normally like a $24.95 book. So yeah, just kind of take your time. And again, I know this is probably not riveting because I'm not moving along real fast like I do when I'm painting in painting animals on the art scroll. But just to show you, this is kind of something you can do if you have a sketchbook. It doesn't have to be this big. I just like to draw big because you can get more detail in when it's big. But when I did the movie Monsters My Way, I did them pretty quick because I had to do one a day. But I did a few, I think, a few on the show. I was kind of picking a couple rough parts there. And when you're doing something like this, like in my imagination, I'm already seeing all kinds of ideas for just drawing this and making worlds and stuff. Have a notepad next to you or your post-it notes or something. If something occurs to you, like oh, that looks like this could be, it looks like a plant, or it looks like mountains, or it looks like if you get some ideas, like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if he had a whole little world on top of his head? If you get those ideas, make sure you sketch them or you don't have to sketch it. You can just write down the note so that you have an idea, and keep them in your Society Idea Collector notebooks, which can be any kind of notebook. It can be I use 3-ring binders and travelers, but you can use, all kinds of, you can use a composition book or anything to write your ideas down in. So it's got a little bit more rings around his eyes there. Something like that. Hi, Val. Little gypsy. The feet look like tail. Yeah, I did his feet really big. I'm going to do that. As soon as I finish his face, I'm going to move down to his feet. So these are little feathers coming down here. And then the edges too, like, like this is a thick area of feathers right in here, a shade, a dark area, but they might feather out, soften out on the edges. So you can kind of feather that out. Okay. And you can have them real soft at the end down here. I might have some darker down in here, but have them go different ways because the feathers might kind of like when I draw hair. You know, when you have, well, get a bigger, you know, it could be in the color book or whatever. When you have someone's hair and it's just, you know, going like this, let's just say their hair is going like this. And then if you have like one or two little hairs just kind of floating off like that, it makes it look more flowy, you know. So, all right, so I'm going to stop on that right now, I think. I like that little, maybe a little crack in his beak there, maybe a little point here. And get it all the right shape and everything. So kind of like that for his head. Yeah, gives movement. All right, so now let me go over to another picture where I have feet. All right, so I'm going to move down here. And they look like they have little pants on. They look like they have little pants, little feathery pants. And you can do like soft edges. And you could have the little feathers going different ways. Janet, I've moved down to their pants. Your arm matches the chicken. My arm matches the chicken. So let's just do some little soft feathers here. Just a few. You know, it's like essence of feathers. Remember when Blade, Artistic Biker, used to do essence of people and, you know, essence of this and essence of that. So you didn't have to draw every little hair and every little feather. It's the essence of it. And you don't have to try to, you know, if you want it anatomically correct, you want to try to draw it as correct as you can, but you don't have to make a portrait out of it either, you know. You just don't have to do that. So you can do whatever. But I hope everybody, you know, whether you say you can draw or not, you know, it is a skill. I mean, you can learn, you know, basic drawing. You know, you may not ever be a, you know, whatever your favorite artist is, you know, but you can learn some basic skills on drawing, whether not necessarily from me, because I don't really teach drawing, but oh, thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much. Why is it not clicking on there? There it goes. Thank you, Samantha. I think I included my monthly. You did. Oh, thank you. I want to add this as well. I can support you, Dee Dee, and Awesome Fibs. Thank you, Samantha. Yes, you did. You have a print coming. And don't you have, aren't we sending you two? One for your, is it one for your son? Aren't you the one that's getting one for your son as well, Samantha? I think you are. I have it written down. I just not remembering right now, but I write it all down. Thanks so much. Thank you for that. Let's see. Flo, thanks, Samantha. Everybody's saying thank you. So, see what's dinging over here. Okay, Tina, I'll look at that later. That's a video. Tina, you're so funny. Thank you, Samantha, for supporting that. Bye, Kalura. Have a good one. Yeah, that was nice. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So I'm just adding a few little extra feathers here just to kind of give him his little fur, little fuzzy feathery pants. Okay, so now I'm going to start on his legs and his his leg, I don't know what you call it, the skin, the skin on his feet. It kind of, it kind of goes rolls like this. I hope y'all can see. And then in between the toes, let me go ahead and get my brush pen again. So in between the toes, there's a nice darks in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of that in there and a little bit of the shadow maybe. And their feet are a little wavy like. Now, if you're not too confident on where to put the shadow, don't go crazy with it because you're going to go, oh no, I didn't mean to put all that there. So you need to kind of be picky about where you put too many of shadows because it can go dark real quick. So if you just put a few, it's better because you can always add more, right? You can always add more. So I'll put a couple little areas in here where there's some extra shadowy areas in there, but not too much. I can darken it. Oh, thank you, Bobby S. Thank you so much for the super chat. Make sure, Bobby S. Let me write this down. Send me your address so I can send you out the monthly print. Gotta run. My dog needs emergency surgery tomorrow. Just oh. Okay, well, we'll hope for the best for your little puppy. I know it's so hard because you know you want to do everything for them. Thanks so much. You take care. And here, if you might have already left, but here's my email. I'll put it in the chat if you want. If you missed it, come back and grab it, and let me know where to send you a print. So yeah, we'll all be hoping the best for your dog. Thanks, Bacola. Oops, I just click on. By the time I click, it's changed. I'm telling you, it goes so fast. So I know. Thanks, Boney. Okay, let me come back here and see what else I want to do. A little bit of there, a little bit shadow there, and maybe just a little coming down this leg like that. And then in the little webbed feet of his, kind of like that. It's real dark in there. And then the web is down here a little bit. And then it's got another toe back there. Well, I don't know if it's called a toe, but I guess it's a toe. And then the web kind of comes down this way. And another good practice is to try to draw something like this without, I'm not going to do that today, but it's a good practice to try to draw something like this without lifting up your pen. Keep your pen on the paper and just keep moving it on the paper. Keep moving it on the paper across the whole thing. It's really a good practice because then you're kind of covering the whole chicken or whatever you're drawing. Oh. Hi, Muffy. Good to see you. All right. So I'll just shade this in a little darker with a pen rather than a solid brush pen because you can do a little more detail like that. Let's get the little curvature of the toes, try to follow the direction that the skin is. And there's a little nail there. And so it's going this way now. His big old toenail needs to go get a pedicure. And then their little toes, the little nails are in almost like a little circle. Thank thank you, Lisa Nelson. Thank you so much for the super chat $10. Thank you so much. I'm sitting here writing them down. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Make sure, guys, that you send me your address so I can send you out the print. The new prints are going out the first week of April. They go out the following month, the first week of the following month, to anybody that supports the channel. Thank you, guys. And there's Pacola putting in the email again. Thanks, Pacola. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Flo. Thanks, Lisa, for supporting the chicken toes. Good one, Flo. I think I'm going to put that in the wingnut book, Flo. Thank you, Lisa, for supporting chicken toes. That's good. So I'm going to put that. If y'all know what the wingnut book is, let me get it over here. It's when somebody says something funny like that, we put it down on a Post-it note and throw it in the wingnut book, which we've had this for for years. And I've told y'all this before. One time Denise said, well, read me some of those. So I started reading her some. She goes, that doesn't make any sense. I said, I know. None. Who, if I said, Denise, Lisa supported the chicken toes, she'd go, what? But this is our wingnut book because, we're all a bunch of wingnuts. So you made the wingnut book today, Flo. So let's see. Oh, thanks, Lisa. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad. It's nice to know that people like the show. I mean, I know that they watch it because of the views, but it's nice to hear when someone says I like the show. Thank you, Lisa. Needs a chick patty. Oh my goodness. Y'all are so funny. So yeah, let's just keep rolling here. And again, the toes have see how they roll this way, see how it goes that way, like this, and then this one is facing you, it's going this way. And then it's like a little circle. When you put nails on something like that, the end of a finger or something, or, whatever, just, draw a little circle, even if you do it in pencil, and then have the nail coming out of it, rather than having it go like, let's see, rather than having it go like this, although there is sometimes it would probably look at that angle, but it looks much more realistic if you have it, coming out of the toe itself. Like there's toe behind the nail. There's some toe skin behind. There's some toe skin back here. And it doesn't just end there, although that can happen, depending on the angle, right? But if it looks like it's growing out of the toe. So give it some back toe skin. Oh, thank you, Devin. Y'all are so funny. Thank you, Devin, for the super sticker, the $13.99 Canadian. Thank you. I'm writing it down. I already have Devin's. I do have Devin's address. Thank you. Thanks, Devin. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Jersey. Oh, I said hi to you earlier. Did you kill me? I was going to say, I said hi to you earlier, but she just said, did you kill me with the toe skin? Well, you know what I mean. All right, let's get back to the now, Jersey, you probably have don't you have, you live on a farm? Don't you have real chickens and roosters and stuff? Don't you have chicken toe skin out there on the farm? Who doesn't love some wrinkly toast skin in the morning? Now my eyes are watering. Oh my gosh. Let me get a sip of juice. Ooh. Yeah, who doesn't love some wrinkly toast skin? Okay, let's give this guy a little bit more nail there. I don't, but mom has chickens. I will ask her about the toe skin. Yeah, whoops, there we go. Ask her about the toe skin. Well, see, look, they have webs between their feet, you know? There's webs there, so there's skin there. Okay, so let's give this one a little claw, a little nail back there. You don't see that one very much. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see here. I don't know. Janet's not saying much. She's over there. She may have gone to say bye to her family leaving. They were packing up, so she might have stepped away. A little darker in there, a little shadow. Same for maybe right in here. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Scoobs. And hi, by the way. I missed Scoob. I saw it after I scrubbed through the channel on Monday. I went, oh, Scoobs came in, and I didn't even say hi to her. I didn't see you. And you're probably already gone now. So good to see you. You have a good day too, Scoobs. Let's see. Can the page be happy? Let's see. What's Rebecca said? Be happy now. Now that it's so late for art cards. Hope you enjoy the fodder. Oh, okay. Thanks, Rebecca. I'll be looking for it. Thank you for sending some fodder. I will add it to the collage, to-dos. Let's see. I don't see what Jane said. I probably missed it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, send your mom a text, Jersey, and ask her about the chicken skin. Okay. I know I'm probably missing some comments, guys, but yeah. Okay. Hi, Judy. Taj. Who else? Okay. All right, Jersey. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, let me get back to this now. I gotta kind of balance between watching chat and working on our project here. No, let me move that. Hi, Kathy Berg. Anybody else I missed? Thanks, guys, for being here. All right, let's do a little nail here. And see, there's I don't know if you want to call it nail fat. The skin behind the nail. I'm going to get silly now. Okay. And then another nail over here. So, but with the ballpoint pen, and whether it comes out, 100% like you think it should or not, it's still good practice. Everybody should have some kind of a sketchbook where it's a book where it doesn't matter whether it turns out or not. Cheap paper, just, something to, doodle on, have some place to do that, because otherwise you get too precious with it and you won't try, well, does this go this way, or does that go that way, or does it go this way? You won't do it if you think you're going to mess it up. Chicken cuticles. There we go, Jane. Yes. Chicken cuticles. Okay, that's got Jane. Chicken cuticles, yes. We're not getting anything done. That's gonna go in the wingnut book. Chicken cuticles. Can you imagine now when Denise sees the book? Read me something out of that book, Mom. Okay. Chicken cuticles. Oh, thanks, Anne. Thank you for the super sticker. The Canadian $3. Thank you so much, Anne. I'm writing it down. And I have your address unless you move. If y'all move, you better tell me because I won't know, right? I'm not going to remember if y'all move. But I have your last current address, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh my goodness. Let's see. 10 years ago, we ate deep fried. La 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 la, Terry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know, right, CB? All right, so let's see. CB's another one CB's an awesome artist. She doesn't I don't did you ever get you an IG? Did you ever get you an IG, CB? I don't think she ever got her an IG. If she did, I don't know if I follow it. Cheshire, right, Cheshire? uh, yeah, exactly. That would be a no. That would be a no, Flo. All right, so let's just put a few more little feathers in there. Okay, so I'm going to move on from the feet for a while. Janet, are you still there? Are we moving on from the feet? We did not get defeated. I don't know. Did she answer? Did CB answer? Scrolling. I don't see. Did she answer? She has a IG. Hi, Dot. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we're going to move on from the feet. We're going to go back up here. I got to go find another picture here. Hang on. Let's go back over here. All right, so let's see here. Dee Dee is just doubling down on the bad puns this morning. Yeah. No, y'all are doubling down on it. Hi, Nettie. All right, so let's see. So some of this kind of, let me get my brush pen again. I want some of these feathers to kind of come this way. Maybe something like that. I'm not copying it exactly. I'm kind of just winging it. There you go. I'm just winging it. Maybe one more right there, a little bit. All right, so let's see. I have one to go this way, and now these feathers are going to be very, at least they're going to be defined quite a lot there. So I'm going to want to find them. So let's go ahead and go over here. Now, I'm going to kind of just do this. Like, I love drawing feathers. So I'm just going to kind of draw one because this one sticking out here is very, you can see it really well. And then, of course, the feather itself, or the spine of the feather, you can have a little bit of definition there. So I'm going to draw one nice big feather up in here. Are you working from? Yes, I'm working from. No, I don't have the imagination. I do not have all barnyard animals in my repertoire in my brain. I don't think anybody does. No, I'm using reference photos. I've got like 3 or 4 of them. I'm just picking and choosing which chicken parts that I want. I'm chick picking. All right, so let's see. All right, so now I'm gonna let's just do these. And feathers are kind of the same way. Now this rooster here has very slick feathers that are very laid down nice and smooth. There's not a lot of, because it's on a live chicken, right? So it's not like when you pick a feather up off the ground that you might have some little feather things like this coming out, right? Of a feather that's been plucked off of a chicken or a bird. So but if you want them to have more like just life to them, you can just put a little bit of, just like you do hair, just have a few little sticking out ones like that. Chick picking, yeah. Trish said, just off to Chick-fil-A to pick a wrinkly rooster toe. Trisha. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just put in just a couple little extras here. And then feather them out. Sorry, guys. I guess I could stop with that, the puns. All right, so I'm just going to kind of, and because I'm not going all the way to the end of the bird itself, I can just kind of end it, like just not finish it. So it looks like you can tell it goes off the edge. So, yeah. And there is, let's see, let's go ahead and do a little bit of maybe a darker area under here. And then I'll do the rest with the pen. And again, because I didn't have room for the whole tail, I'll just kind of let it feather off, just faint, go off the page over there. But, it's just good practice with whatever kind of a animal, creature, bug, bird, And the pen, a ballpoint pen will, see how it's getting kind of, look, I'll see I'm getting all in my hand. It does kind of build up. It's good to have a tissue, have a Kleenex so you can clean off the tip every now and then, because it does kind of build up on there, and then you're going to start getting a mess on you and on your picture. So it's good to clean your ballpoint pen tip off. So I'm just going to do a few more feathers here. And, I'm thinking that these right here are the centers of the feathers. So you can do a little thin line. All right. So y'all tell everybody what y'all are working on. What else are you guys doing if you're not drawing, or not necessarily if you're not working along right now? What have y'all been working on? What have y'all been doing? You've been drawing, painting, color booking. What have y'all been doing? Carol's been doing cards. Oh, Carol, did you say if you had an IG? Again, I don't remember that you had one. I have ink all over me. Yeah, you wouldn't. You see it on you, then you go, oh, well, I think it's time to wipe the pen off. So I'm just going to kind of do some main feathers here. And they're really not this clearly defined when you look at the picture. They're more, you just see color. They're kind of a purpley blue color, which I could do a wash of that on here, but I was kind of trying to, contain myself and just do black and white, but it's hard for me not to add color. You're messing up on your coloring pages? How are you doing that, Trisha? What do you mean you're messing it up? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the one where you posted and you said you had to add stars to fix it? I don't know. I see. That's one of those things. Like, all right, let me go see. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Trisha said, "Oh, I messed up. I saw it on Instagram. I messed up on this page. Let me go see, find her first here." And I said, "Where did you mess up?" You can't even tell. So if you can't even tell that you messed up, then you probably don't need to point it out because nobody's going to notice. This one, she said she messed it up, so she had to add the stars to fix it. But I don't know where she thinks she messed up. Right? I don't know where she thought she messed up, but it doesn't look like she messed up. Oh, on the googly eyes ones. Well, this is the one you commented on that you said you messed up on, so you had to add stars. The googly eye ones, I thought you did that on purpose. I thought it was hilarious. So I did. I laughed at it because I thought you did that on purpose. Look at it. Looks like fried egg eyes or glasses, one of the other. Yes, I saw this one this morning. See, look, see the like right there. I thought it was hilarious. That's good, Trisha. Yeah, you don't have to point it out if you know. Now, if it's something you're doing, you're teaching something and you mess something up really bad where you need to point it out so that people know not to do that. But, that's what you do, when you show somebody how to do something, you mess something up, say, "Oh, well, this is where I messed up, so don't do that." But if it's something so non-obvious or you just can't tell, yeah, don't be pointing it out. Nobody's going to notice whether you have. Oh, it was a huge black splotch there. Well, see, we wouldn't have known that because you didn't post the picture of the huge black spot. You just posted it with the eyes as eggs. And I thought you did it on purpose, and it was hilarious. It looks like you did it to be funny. Like what was it? Remember Pee Wee Herman in the movie when he fell off his bike, or maybe it was the motorcycle when he stole the motorcycle from the motorcycle gang, and he fell, and he goes, "I meant to do that. I meant to do that." That's what you meant to do that. Trisha. I meant to do that. Oh. So I'm just kind of sitting here doodling one feather at a time. They're really not this obvious, feather by feather, but I just kind of felt like doing all these feathers. Oh, and then this is all kind of dark back in here. So we'll just kind of darken that up in there. My mom said honesty is the best policy. Well, then don't say anything, Trisha. You didn't have, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known you messed it up. You just didn't have to say anything. Just put those fried eggs on there and have a good day. Hi, Ray. How's it going? What was he say? The wisdom of Pee Wee to guide you. There's no basement in the Alamo. Those are some of the things that I remember from the movie. It's been a while since I've seen it because we don't have any little kids to pawn that movie off on anymore. We don't have any little kids to say, "Watch Pee Wee." Okay, so I can continue on here with all these feathers. I'll do one more here, but I kind of want to move along. Is Janet, you still here? I might have to hand Janet a box of tissues if she's missing her family, because they're leaving today. You like that movie? So anyway, yeah, we could add color if you want, but so anyway, let's just kind of get a little bit more. Something's going on under here. It's in the picture I'm looking. It's all really dark. I could lighten it up with my, go in the photo app and lighten it up so I could see what's really going on under this chicken or this rooster. But I think I would just as soon put some color on it. Y'all want me to put color on it? I could put color on it. I want to put color. We could do ink. We could do I think ink would be good, better than paint. Some colored inks. I could drag out my inks here. Let's see. Wait for it. Let me back up here. Wait. Let's move over this way. Thanks, faithfulness. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up or thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It's still considered a view. Or I could do some watercolor. I haven't used my inks in a while. Let's see. Oh, it's stuck up there. All right. So let's see if I pull some of my inks over here. Let's see. We could use inks. I don't use my inks enough. Let's see. All right. Let me get a little tray here. Let's get something here to put some ink in. I think that's ink. I don't want to reactivate something. I usually keep my gouache in something else. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get some red. Let's get some red. You don't need much. That's way more than I'm going to need. Some yellow. Let's see, which yellow do I want? This one probably. No, I think I like this. I like this one's a little bright. No, you know what? Well, I think I like both of them. So let's get a little there. A little orange. Oh, not the fluorescent. I don't want the fluorescent. Here we go. Do I want this one or this one? Probably both. Let's do a little of both. All right, so let's just put a little of this one. A little of it's a little bit more sienna color, if I can get it open. I do, but messed up right now. Oh, that's right. You couldn't get on your IG. I remember, CB. You couldn't get back in. You locked yourself out or something? I forgot. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we'll use I have the muted colors. There's the muted gray. Let's try the muted violet, I think. Let's try the muted violet, maybe. Try a little muted violet. And maybe I want a gray because I want his little feet to be gray. So let's go with muted gray with maybe a little white in it. I keep the lids on these really tight. That looks like purple too. I don't know. So sometimes I get them so tight I can't get them off. All right, so let's add a little bit of white to that. Let's see what that mixes up to. So I think it's going to be kind of purple. Let's put some white over there and we'll see. All right. So do I get all the colors I think I need? I still think I might need some black with that because I think that's going to be too purple. The muted gray is going to be too purple. So let's go with, do I have black? All my black inks are up on the shelf, I think. I might have one in here. What color is this? I'm not sure if this is a black or a purple. We'll see. Okay. There's my experiment here. Hi, Mary. Mary, if you stick around for a minute, Mary was testing out doing some prayer pouches, and she's not seen. Let me get a tissue. Baby wipe. Clean my hands. She's not seen my any of the videos where I showed the prayer pouches. So I'll show you a couple in a minute, Mary, as soon as I finish this rooster. All right. So let's see. let's get a brush. Let's get a brush. Let's get my water's terribly dirty. I need to clean my bucket of water. All right, so let's see. All right, let me go ahead and test this black and white here. Yeah, it's like a Payne's gray color. That's the color I want. Can y'all see okay? I'm going to keep it kind of, so I want that maybe even a little whiter. I didn't need to add a little bit of water to that because I want this really watered down, that gray on his feet, because I don't want to be defeated. Let me do a little test here. I think that will work. I don't want it. I want it very thin because I don't want to lose my line work, right? So I want his little feet to be gray. And some of the feet on some of them are yellow. You know, they're kind of a ochre color, and some are gray. I'm just doing gray here. Just doing some gray feet. So, yeah, that's good. Oh, thanks, Tina. All right, so these feathers back in here, these have highlights of gray. They have gray on them, and then they are also the dark purple. So let's just go ahead and put some of the gray on there. And then some of the dark purple. Let's see, the muted purple. Let's see what that color looks like. It's a little purple. I want it a little bluer. Let's see, maybe if I add, let's see what that is. It's still too purple. I mean, it's too red. It needs to be more blue. So I need that color that, I'm not even sure if this was a black or a blue, but let's put a little of that in there and see. Do a little mix here. No, that's better. Okay, that's a little better. But I want it to be, I don't want that. I need to water it down because I want it translucent, right? I want it translucent. There we go. There we go. All right, something like this. And then this is all really dark up under here. I could have done watercolor. Janice, she's doing this. I'm sure she's doing it with watercolor. Although she has these inks as well. I'm just going to kind of do feather shapes, like just kind of like this. And then darker up under here, maybe. Essence of rooster, as Blade would say. And then some of these feathers back in here are more purple as well. And then there's some orange ones in there. Something like this. And this is just thin paper. This is just thin sketchbook paper. You know, it's not, I don't think it's going to go through, but it'll buckle. So something like that. All right, let's clean that out. All right. All right, I'm not seeing anything in caps, so I'm going to keep rolling. All right, so now I want kind of a light yellow, but not quite that light. So kind of move over here so you can kind of see. And I really need a little thing of water. Let me just squirt some water in my little, give myself a little pickup, a little water pickup. So it's going to be real light right in here in the middle. And then a little shadower up in here. And down in here. And then a little bit more red up in here. Orangey red. Same thing for maybe right up under here. A little more water. Feather that out. A little more orange. A little red under there. Okay, now let's water down the red so I can do the more water. So our colorful rooster here. And then this side's got a little more orange. There we go. Hi, Kate. Oh, it's just kind of a quick thing here. You can take more time. I'm just doing it quick. All right, so then down up in here, got a little bit more water. A little bit more water because you want to keep it translucent to see your ink, right? A little bit of orange in the eye. Just a little shadow up under there. And a little bit more orange right up in here. I would do the eye with the pen, get that nice pupil in there. And a little bit of that gray on just a teeny bit on the beak there. All right, let's see. Needs a little bit more orange feathering down. Something like that. Of course, you can get nice dark shadows up under here too. And you can do that with your brush pen or more color. Because I wasn't going to do color today. But because when I usually do color, I'd usually do it on the art scroll, you know. Just enough, just a hint. Okay, I think I better stop. Turned out, oh, do I forget? Thanks, Kalora. So just something like that. Maybe just a little bit more definition and some feathers down here. Like just whatever's left here on this thing. Just a couple in there like that. Just something like that. Make them a little feathery, you know, a little fuzzier. If you're going to add the color. Something like that. Yeah, the feet color is it's like a Payne's gray and white. Payne's gray and white, but I didn't shade them very much. Where's my? I'll just do it. I'll just make it up. So let's just go ahead and put a little bit more. Just a little bit more shadow on them. Let's put a little more shadow on the feet. Something like that. Okay, there we go. Okay. There's the feet. Quite fetching. Thanks, Judy. So, all right. So let's move this away a minute. So I'm going to do a couple things. I want to show Mary because she just happened to be here and I can't direct her to a certain video where I showed the prayer pouches. So let me show Mary a couple prayer pouches and then we'll go on to drawing an armadillo. So, all right, I'm going to tear this out because it's wet and I can't flip it over. I can't flip it over to the back of the page without, you know, and I could sit here and dry the ink for a while, but anyway. So there we go. Where's our little guy? He needs a little bit more. Let me go ahead and put a little bit more orange. A little bit more orange in his eye here. There we go. Okay. All right. So let me move this to the side for just a minute. And we'll go ahead and do our giveaway too, guys, for all y'all that are sticking around. So if you're lurking and you want to be in on the giveaway, if you're in the U.S., I'm giving away this book that Faithful Mess sent us some copies of this to give away. And I gave one away last week, so I'm going to give away one today. 50 ways to draw, and I will show it. So if you're in the U.S., this is the giveaway. If you're out in the international, then I'm going to give you. I'll send you only one person's got one of these so far, and that was last week in the giveaway. So this is going to be the thank you print for the first week of April for everybody that supported the channel in March. So I'll give away one of these to anyone. We'll do two separate drawings, one for international and one for the U.S. All right, so let me put this aside so I don't get any ink on it. Okay, let me show Mary a couple different versions. I got one of mine. That's my the one I keep for myself, Mary. And then I have one that it's getting ready to go out. And then I'll show you how I kind of assemble them. Let me take out the person's name. Okay, so this was really kind of my prototype, Mary. So what it is I know you've seen Amore Fabrique, Selena's fabrics from India. So I start with the little square of that. Well, let me grab one here. So I start with these little squares, like, let me just pull out a couple different ones. So she sells these little squares like this, and they're not perfectly square. Janet would have a ruler out, but they're not perfectly square, but they're these, just kind of thicker pieces of fabric like this, but you can use everything. Mary started making one. Was it yesterday, Mary? Yeah, yesterday. Mary started making them with silk ties, leftover silk tie points of the silk tie. She started making some with that. But apparently I sent her some pictures, but I guess she never saw some of the videos. And then I add a charm. This is a pin. It's just a pin. And I get these on sale at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Michael's, or you might just have some old jewelry. But I get them on clearance or half price at Hobby Lobby. And so here's the back. So, and they're already that stitch. That's that the cloth stuff, and I don't have one right here, but this kind of fabric. So I cut a piece of that to go on the back, and I hand stitch everything. So I stitch all the way around, just a whip stitch. I stitch all the way around. I stitch on any little trims or lace. It's all stitched. And then the cording, I have this in a knot because I have it hanging on a thing over there. But it is, let me get the next one here. It's some of the elastic cording, right? And so this is one I made for myself that I just have hanging over here as an example. And then it's left open in the top so that you can stick a little prayer in there, or an affirmation, a word of the year, a positive thought, whatever you want. And so you can put a little prayer in there. And this one doesn't have beads on it because when I made this one, I could not find some pretty beads that didn't look like the little kid plastic beads. So this one didn't have any beads on it. But the next ones that I made, I finally found some beads that weren't plastic looking. So now I add beads like this on the cording, like this. And you don't have to wear them. You can hang, they're long enough to wear, but really you can hang them anywhere. Okay. So then I have little beads. Look, I found these right here. I found some and a few other brand kinds, but they're not plastic looking. That's why I didn't have them on the other one, because I couldn't find anything like this. So this one has this little butterfly, and I do try to stitch it, if there's a way to stitch every little area so it doesn't flop, but some of the things that the charms and things I have, there's not a place to stitch them. But there's nothing, it's not glued. They're all stitched, see? So I stitch all the way around the front and the back of the opening, and I stitch the front and backs together with either a contrasting or color coordinated thread. And I just use embroidery floss. And then I added, I add some kind of a lace or a trim or something on the bottom. But look, this is how it came. See how it's not perfect? They're all kind of wonky, and I like that. They're all kind of wonky. And so, and then of course, before I stitch these together, I stitch on the cording on the back side. I whip stitch the cording on the inside here. You can't see it obviously. And it's easier if you're going to stitch something on the front or the back. Some I have flowers on the back. It's easier if you do this before you sew it, before you make the pouch, sew on your charm or any embellishments or anything before you close it up, because then you're going to have a hard time sewing, right? So what do you use to stitch around? Yeah, Kathy, that's what I was just said. It's just embroidery floss. I'm going to show you one that I put together ready to go here. It's just embroidery floss like this. And I do use 6 strands. So I pull off, I just pull off a hunk like this. And if there's 6 strands on an embroidery floss, I use all 6 strands. I mean, I, have a, how you put it on your needle like this, and you just use this part, and this is just hanging on the needle, and you got this much. So it's 6 strands that I'm sewing with. And I've got tons. I used to work for a cross stitch company, and I still have leftover cross stitch embroidery floss from even 30 years ago. When I worked at the cross stitch company designing cross stitch books in the 80s, I still have thread left over from then, plus others I've bought since then too. But anyway, so I just do a whip stitch, and I'm not being real particular because look, the Cantha cloth has got all these stitches already in it when you buy it that way. Okay, so yeah, so there's that one, and this one is well, both of these I'm getting ready to show you are going at that one's done, and then this one is put together. So what I do is I put everything together in a baggie, and I put the person's name on it, and then as I have time, they don't take too long, but they do take some time. So I can't just, I'm not doing assembly line. I'm not doing 10, 20 at a time. I'm doing 2 at a time. That's how I'm working these. So this one, let me show you. I've got everything in here. So I have the beads. I have the charm. Let me show you the charm that's going on this one. And I have different trims. So this is the charm that's going on this one. Okay. And then I've got the cord cut. See, I've got the cording. I've got the thread color I'm going to use. And then I've got the 2 pieces of fabric. This is going to go this way. So you can see what it looks like. It looks like this when I first start it. And then I have this little fringe that I'm going to add on this one. So there's this one. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. So Mary's making them with silk ties, but you can make them with anything, and then just add whatever this fringe or trim or lace or whatever. But it's when you do the whip stitch around the edge that really kind of gives it some character, I think. So this one will look like this, like this. This will hang right there, like that. And of course, the cording, all the cording's all black. I just bought a big spool of the black cording at Hobby Lobby, and I cut me a bunch of pieces. They're all the same length. And then I sew that on. I sew it here like this. I put the beads on. Don't forget to put the beads on before you sew, because once you sew it, you can't add the beads. You got to add the beads. And then I just turn this over and just sew that in right there, like that. Just sew it in. Anybody can make these. Anybody can make these, right? And with whatever kind of fabric. And then I'm not sure. I think I want this color on the front. Anyway, whichever. And then I sew this on and your trim. But make sure you put your charm on. Sew your charm on first before you sew these together. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get inside there and sew the charm. Same thing for your cording. sew the cording on and everything. Or if you want to add anything on the back, if you want to add any little extra trim on the back, do all that before you stitch it together, because then it's going to be hard to get in there, right? So that's what that one's going to look like that. So there you go, Mary. Hope that helps, because Mary, I was sending pictures to Mary on Messenger, but she couldn't see because I don't have pictures of the backs of them. But if you want to see all the ones I made, they are on Instagram, the fronts. I didn't flip it over and take pictures of the backs or anything. But if you want to see the fronts of them, I am posting them on Instagram so that you can see them. So thanks, Bonnie. Okay, so again, I get these from Selena at Amore Fabriques. Now, I think she closed her shop for 2 weeks because she had to have some surgery. So she might have her shop closed for 2 weeks, but you can go see. I did get in on her deal of the day before she closed it. But she sells all kinds of, you can use these for trims. You can use them as the fronts. And then I use the Cantha cloth, that slow stitched cloth. I use that for the backs. So, yeah. So, but I put all of it together. So when I have, when I have 15 minutes or something, I've got it all together, because it takes me as long to put it all together, picking the two front and the back, cutting having some cords, picking the charm, picking the beads and the embroidery floss, and figuring out, all that. That takes almost as much time as it does to sew it, because to sew everything together takes about 15 minutes. But it takes another 15 minutes to pick it all out, right? And to put it all together. So those are the two that I have ongoing right now. And for those of y'all that want to know what the cord looks like, it looks like this. I get it at Hobby Lobby. Now, we don't have coupons anymore, so it's $20 for this roll. But there is 100 yards on here. And apparently people have been getting this to make their masks with, because it's elastic, right? So it's $20, but there's 100 yards on there. And, I use about, I don't know how much, maybe a half a yard to make one. So if I use a half a yard, that means I could make 200 of these. I could make 200 of these with this. And so, you can get a lot out of it. And then this is one of the kind of beads I found that were on clearance for 99 cents. So they're these shiny metal ones. I didn't like the plastic ones. I mean, you can use whatever you have or whatever, but you have to have the bead holes big enough for the cording to fit through, right? The thin little, your beautiful beads, you're going to have to work at getting that cording through it. This, I can just stick it right through, So, I think that's it. Mary, I hope that helped. And again, guys, if you want, you don't have to hurry and make them in 15 minutes. Altogether, it takes me about 30 minutes to make one. Between picking the stuff out, slow stitch, it's just a whip stitch. Now the first couple ones I made, they probably took me about 30 minutes to sew, because I had to figure out what I wanted to do. But now that I kind of got a little rhythm going and making them, I can make one in about 15 minutes and another 15 minutes to pick the stuff, right? That's why sometimes I'll just sit and I'll go through the stuff and I'll put them in those little baggies. Like I'm thinking about whoever I'm making the next one for. So I'm picking the colors, picking the thread, picking the charm, and putting them all in a little baggie. And that may take me 15 to 30 minutes, right, to put it together. But then when I have it all ready. So when I want to sew it, it's all together and ready to sew. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it probably would be, Tina. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do the giveaway. Let me tell you how it works. Let me move this ink off of here, because I need a spot for it over here. Because especially if the cats decide to come in here. Let me move the rooster off of here. and jump up on the table. We don't want them getting their little paws in the ink. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me put Jane's chicken cuticles in the wingnut book. We're going to do 2 giveaways. The first one, and let me explain how it works. Don't anybody put in any numbers right now. So I'm going to go ahead and show the book, but what we'll do is when we start the giveaway, I'll type in go. When I type in go, give me a number between 1 and 100. It doesn't matter if there's 300, 400. It doesn't matter how many people, because it's going to be the first person closest without going over. Now, a couple things on the giveaway. First off, make sure you have live chat selected at the top. If you have top chat, and this also, I tell people, this goes for recordings too. If you only have top chat selected on the top of your chat, you are not going to see all the chat. And so a lot of times I've been in people's chats and I forgot to click live chat. And I said, why isn't anybody saying something to me? They don't see me. You know? And so you need to make sure you have live chat clicked. Also, when you put in your numbers, you will probably see your number first, regardless of who you are. If you put in, you might be the 10th person to put in a number, but you're going to think it's you that put the first number in, because you're seeing your chat in real time for you. So that's why I always ask my mods, and everybody else can go look as well. And I depend on my mods to tell me who was the first person. When I do the random.org, I'll do random.org, and the first person that the number matches without going over, the person closest without going over. Okay. I'm really not selling kits, Nettie. What I've been doing is I've been making the prayer pouches to give to people. And then if somebody wants one, I let them just give me any kind of a donation that they want. But I can put you on a list. And there's a lot of people ahead, because I'm not making these. I'm not doing this as a job or as an assembly line. I'm only making a couple, 2, 3, maybe 4 a week. I just don't have the time to make tons of them. And I'm usually making at least 2 that I'm just giving to people I know need them. And then if somebody else says, oh, I want one to give to so-and-so, then you can just give me a donation for the shipping. But I have to put you on a list, and it might be a couple weeks before you get one. But I'm not going to sell kits. That gets into a whole nother thing, because then people I want this color, I want this charm. I can't do it. I just can't do it, guys. I can't do kits. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to this. So again, this is going to be for USA only, and then we'll do a separate giveaway for one of the prints for international only. Okay, so we're going to do 2 drawings, one for USA only, one for international only. So let me go ahead and show you the book real quick. Again, Faithful Mess is the one that sent us these books. And yeah, thank you, Julie Topaz. Yeah, so wait till you see me type in go. I'm going to show the book first, then we'll do the giveaway, okay? So, yeah, everybody have a little patience. And Julie, and I don't know if Janet's still here, and, anybody can go scroll back and see the numbers. But just be aware, you will see your number before anybody else's, more than likely. Okay, so we're trying to be as fair as we can here. Okay, so these have covers on them, a dust jacket on them that opens up into a poster. Again, these are right now, I think they're on Amazon for about $12. These books are normally like $25. It's a Flow book, and Flow are international books. I think they're printed in, well, I don't know if they're printed in the Netherlands, but the owners are in the Netherlands. And their books are sold in Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You can buy them in bookstores. I don't think they're going to be doing their magazines international anymore. I think you can still subscribe to them and get them sent to you, but I don't think the magazines, the Flow magazines, I don't think they're going to be in the bookstores anymore from the rumors I heard. But you can get this on Amazon for about $12. So it's a nice thick book, and it's very heavy. I will ship it out book rate. So Scrap Girl 12, she won last week and she got it within a week. But I can't guarantee. I'm shipping it book rate. So however long it takes, it might take a week, it might take 2. So just be aware that that's the way it's coming. So I'm going to do a little bit of flip through so you can kind of see. Thank you, Pacola. Pacola put a link. So if you want to go get it yourself on Amazon. I know I've had the book for a while too. I got it when it first came out, Kate. And it was so nice of Faithful Mess to send us a bunch of copies to give away. I think she sent 4 or 5. I think she sent 4. And and I'm trying to give away one, like this is the second week. So I don't know if I'll do a giveaway next week. It may be the week after. So, but what they are is their little step-by-step. It's very kind of simplified drawing step-by-steps. And they give you the page to draw it on. Plus there's all kinds of pullouts and tip-ins, and like your typical Flow books have all that going on. So again, so you can see, so here's a step-by-step of how to draw a teacup. You can practice here, and then they give you some more to practice. So, yeah. Yes. Thank you again, Pacola. The book is only for US. I cannot afford $50 to ship this international. So I'm giving you all a print. I'll be doing for international, I'm going to give away one of my prints. So that'll be a separate giveaway. Okay. All right. So you can see. All right, so you can kind of see it's got all kinds of things and little step-by-steps for you to practice drawing. So it's got a bunch of those, as you can see here. It's got a bunch of different, and they have little artist profiles too of the artists that drew in the book, right? Or did the little lessons in the book. And then they have other little things, like here's a house. It gives you a little car, and these are perforated. You can tear these out. And then it gives you a blank house for you to do your own. So it's just a little draw something every day. How to draw a sideboard, how to draw a desk. And so there's a whole nother little section. There's some lamps, how to draw. And then they have some tracing paper in here so that you can do some practice tracing if you don't think you can. Hi, Janet, you come back. Kids just left, and I'm not bawling, and no crybaby over here. Okay. Aw, Janet. We'll talk later. And so you can see, you can practice. I think there's 3 pieces of tracing paper. And, of course, you can tear these out and go practice whichever section you want. Then it's got places for you to draw in the book, right? All right, so it's got a lot of that, just different plants. Here's the part 2 is the garden. Okay, and then there's a little book of drawings that's it's stuck in here with I call them snot dots, a little glue dot. So this will pull out. It's a little book of drawings. So they have all. That's why Flow books are so expensive. They have all these tip-ins and little, like the cover itself is a poster, right? So birds, drawing on the colored paper. So they give you all kinds of paper to draw, practice. You can color with, draw on here with color pencils or your Poscas or whatever. So they give you a bunch of different color paper. And then more little lessons in here. So it's a beautiful book. I'm telling you, if you want to go pay $12 on Amazon, it's totally worth it. And then here is style. So then they have little faces and little heads, little cats. So there's a little bit of everything in this book. Then there's a paper doll, and she folds out, and you can draw. Was it fold out, or is it just like it's like a book, I think. And so you can draw all the clothes. So it has all these different faces already drawn, and then you can, it's like a little book. And then you can draw the clothes on the little paper doll. Okay. Like that, Carol. And so here's some Swedish mittens, and then another artist profile, some lettering, and then here's some little postcards. So you can design your own postcards, and then flourishes, teacups, sketching style, some drawing on the craft paper, and then just all kinds of just little things to draw. A lot, not just a little bit. There's a lot in here. Some more artist favorite what do you call it, materials. Then his part 4 is nature, so there's leaves and camping supplies, little camper like Sister Woman Jonna has. Whole bunch of different campers, more artist profiles, some watercolor paper, looks like 3 sheets of watercolor paper. And then some more. Some are more simple and some are a little bit more complicated, but all kinds of things in here. It's an awesome book. It's an awesome book. So totally worth buying if you don't win today. Okay, so let's put the book jacket back on. All right, let me get on to random.org. Don't put any numbers in yet. Wait till you see me type in go. Go over here. Okay, so I'm at random.org, and here's our little box here. From 1 to 100, I will generate a number after everybody puts in a number, okay? I can't stress this enough. One number only. If you put in more than one number, the mods will disqualify you. One number only, okay? And remember, it's the first person closest. So it doesn't matter if 10 people put in the number 20, it's the first person or whatever number, random.org picks. So just remember, one number only, the first person closest without going over, okay? I try to make it as fair and as easy as everybody. Okay. All right. Well, a couple people got that we crossed over. So those numbers are still good. Rebecca, Ellen, and Rebecca, that's okay. Your number will count because we kind of put it in at the same time. So it's okay. All right. So there you go. One number only, US only. This is for US only. Okay. And you have to send me your address when you win. Okay. I've had people win and they don't send me their address. So they don't get, I can't make it up. I can't make your address up. And so one number only. Okay. I'm going to count down. So don't dilly-dally, dawdle, lollygag. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, no more numbers. So here we go. All right, let's generate a number. 81. The first person closest to 81 without going over. 81. Okay. Yes. No tearing, lollygagging. I had a whole list of synonyms. Well, it's not synonyms. Yeah, I had a whole list of them at one time. Lollygagging, tearing. Yeah. Okay, so the first person closest to 81 without going over. Okay, so Tina thinks it's Rebecca. I'll let my mods. I think there were 2 people that we put our number in at the same time as I said go, and that's okay. It'll count. Okay, so thanks, Kalora. Yeah, Kalora saying thank you to Faithful Mess. Okay. All right, so it's Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca Fila. Is it Fila? What is it? Is it Fila, I think? Okay, so Rebecca Fila, you are in the United States, correct? Tell me you're in the US before we go on. Are you in the US? Tell me that first, because I've had people. Okay, so are you in the US, Rebecca? Because I don't think I've ever sent you anything. Okay. All right. Well, send me your address. Here's my email. Email me your address, and I will send this out probably, what day is it? Wednesday, probably Saturday. I'll probably go. I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow. It's supposed to be pouring down rain. I'll probably go Saturday. Well, it'll be this week, maybe Friday. Anyway, it'll be this week. Okay, so that'll go out to you, Rebecca. So there, and now I'm going to go ahead and give away one of the prints, one of the Time Wrangler prints, and this will be the thank you print for everybody the first week of April that supported the channel in March. But I've given away a couple of these to the winners of international. Okay, so this is international only. Don't put any numbers in yet. Wait till I type in go. International only. Okay, so this will be for the international people. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to type in go. And when I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. And then we'll draw a new number off of random.org. I know. I like it when new peeps win too, Janet. Okay. All right. International only. Type in between 1 and 100. And this is for international people. Okay. So, yeah. So get in your number. Put in your number before I count down. So it's a way for me to give something to international without costing an arm and a leg. Because I'm telling you guys, international shipping is redonkulous. Now, a print like this will only cost me, $3, depending on where you are, $3 or $4. But a book, you can look upward of $50. So depending on the country. So yeah. So I'm giving away a print in lieu of that for international. Okay, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hi, Uncle Dan. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Did it go in? Did it go in? Let's make sure. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now, all right, so the last number was 81 for the book. So let's generate a new number for the print. Come on. 82. Okay, the first person closest to 82 without going over. Okay, 82 is the number. Closest without going over. I'll stick this on the back because I'm, of course, not going to put it on the front. And I put these in a clear plastic sleeve. And so, yeah. I know, Jane, right? All right, so closest to 82 without going over. I'll let my mods. I see a 72. I see a couple people with 72. It's the first person closest. I see. Let me scroll back. All right. It looks like it's going to be a 72. Who was the first person? Okay. Anne was the first. Okay. So Anne Leclerc. Okay, Anne Leclerc, you were the first person without going over. Okay, so send me your address. I think I have it, Ann, but if just make sure and make sure you know. All right, so there we go. So we give away a book and a print, and I hope y'all will enjoy them. Enjoy them. Okay, so now we're going to go back to drawing for a little while. I think what I want to draw. Let me show y'all the rooster again. Still over here drawing because I didn't hit it with the heat gun. So I couldn't resist adding ink to it. But there you can kind of see some of the pen, the ballpoint pen. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, congrats to both the winners. Let me move. I'm going to move my ink off the table here because I don't think I'm going to do ink on the next one. I say that, but then, who knows? Let me move my ink over here out of the way. Okay. All right. So now we will. I thought about drawing an armadillo. Is it armadillo? 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 Let me find a reference. Thank you. All right. Let's get my iPad here. All right. Armadillo. Armadillo. What is it? And I grew up in Texas. Why can't I think what it is? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go. Wrong thing there. Okay. Armadillo. It's armadillo? Armadillo. It's armadillo. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Maybe this one. I drew a tiny one last week. Oh, this one has a better face, though. Oh, he's a little chunky. I kind of like that one. I like them both, but I think this one's kind of looks a little chunkier. Kind of like that. I think we'll go with that. We're just gonna roll with one. I'm not gonna pick a bunch today. All right, so let's see. Yeah, thanks, mods, for keeping it cool. Keeping it cool. And thanks, Faithful Mess, for giving us the books. Okay. Let's see here. Let's turn this sideways. And let's see if I can get some detail in this guy. All right. We're going to go with that. All right. I might do his tail different. His tail's going that way, but I think I'm going to bring his tail around this way. So let's go this way with it. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and kind of get a sketch here. I want him kind of big because, he has all that armor looking. So what's neat about an armadillo, I keep saying armadillo, is that they have that armor look, right, to them. And Jan, are you going to draw? And they have big ears. So let's kind of draw some big ears here. Kind of like this. His little head's kind of like in a almost like a turtle in a shell, something like this. But I want his tail is going the other around back of him, and I kind of want him to kind of let me make him a little roly polier too. It's not as roly poly in this picture, but I want his tail to come around this way. Oh, this is my mail net. No, it's not. I want his tail to come around this way instead of off behind him. So I'll kind of do this. Let's see. Something like this. Armadillo. Thank you, Janice. Armadillo. Thanks, Kim. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so yeah, all right. And again, my pen is getting a little ink booger on it. So let's clean off the tip of the pen. Okay, so let's see. So I want him to have his little feet are going to come around here. And then that back leg is back here. And again, kind of like this. Just kind of placing them right now. Something like this. And then this foot will be a little bit closer here. Little toes, kind of like that. I'm just kind of getting them, I'm getting them planted. Oh, and by the way, I already told this to Janet, but Jeff Probst came on Instagram yesterday or day before and said Survivor is going to be filming the new Survivor. Because, we haven't had Survivor for like 2 seasons. So, yes, we are excited about that, Janet and I, because I've watched every season of Survivor since the first one 20 whatever years ago. And yeah, sadly, we haven't had it for like 2 seasons. All right, so let's get his little ears in here. Something like this. Gotta make his little sunk in eye, and without him looking too evil. Evil. Do y'all remember what was that movie? You have to have faith for that to work on me, Mr. Vincent. What was that? Who can tell me that movie? Who can tell me that movie? I think it came out in the 80s, maybe 90s. And what you call it? Oh, what's his name that played Mr. Vincent? Roddy McDowell. Roddy McDowell was in it. Who can tell me what the name of that movie was? With Roddy McDowell, and it was a good-looking vampire guy, but I can't remember his name either. So, if somebody can tell me the name of that movie, I'll send you a surprise. If anybody can tell me the name of that movie. Movie with Roddy McDowell, vampire movie. I know what y'all are going to think of, or somebody's going to go look it up. Fright Night. Okay, Uncle Dan, Fright Night. So Uncle Dan, if you would like a print, if you want to send me your address, I will send you a print, Uncle Dan. Let me put in my email again. And just FYI, I do not share your addresses with anybody. I do not put you on a mailing list. So, yeah, I don't even keep your emails. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do not keep your emails. I should. Everybody goes, oh, you need to keep everybody on a email list. I just don't, guys. I don't have time to keep up with you. I don't have time to keep up with myself. I don't have time to keep up with anybody else. So, Uncle Dan, if you, Fright Dan, Fright Night. Uncle Dan, if you will send me your address, I will send you a print. Frightful Dan. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So, yeah. All right. There we go. All right. So, we got him a little sketched out. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's go ahead and let me see the little toes here. Let's go ahead and get his little toes. Let's get his little toes in here. Looks like do they have 4 toes or 3 toes? I think looks like they have 3 toes. I think they have 3 toes, and they have these long, again, it's going to be those long claw things like a rooster. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. And they kind of they're kind of really long and pointy. I'm just going to kind of get them sketched in there. Yes, my new handle. Wingnut? The Wingnut guy? Yeah, it's going to be in the Wingnut book. Is that what you mean, Uncle Dan? Okay, so let's see. Let's get his 3 toes. I think they have 3 toes. That's all I can see in this picture. So, yeah. And then they have these long, long, because they dig. They dig. They curl up and they dig. So I'm gonna even give him some extra big claws. Toenails rather. Well, they're probably claws. Something like that. Yes, long toenails. I think they're really kind of claws, but yeah. Yes, with the toes again. Ah, Trisha, yes. Ah, Trisha. I didn't even think about it, but okay, then his tail kind of it has like it almost looks like how armor kind of overlaps itself. That's kind of what is. I might be exaggerating here. I might be exaggerating, but I'm gonna do it like I want to do it. Okay, so we can something like this. But yeah, so we'll draw armadillo for another 30 minutes or so. So I hope y'all are having fun. Oh, Janet, are you okay over there, Janet? I'm talking real loud, like that's gonna matter. Like she's gonna hear me better. It looks like a grub. Is that what you said? Janet. Oh my goodness. All right, so he's gonna, and his tail doesn't come this way in this reference. It goes around the back, but hey, I'm gonna make it up. Okay, so then they have. He's kind of in three. It looks like he's kind of like he would be in three parts, I think. So he's kind of like he's got where he rolls up, right? So he has to be able to. His armor has to fold up, right? He has to kind of be able to roll up. So I think it kind of comes around like this and then up under his neck back in there. And so it kind of has like little it's not scales. I don't know if would you call it scales on an armadillo? What is that? Are they like like they're kind of like how a turtle shell looks, kind of in sections like this. I'm going to add some darks to it in a minute. It's going to make it stand out, but we got to get them kind of blocked in, right? And it goes behind him over there. Looks like he has a necklace. We'll fix that. This is all real dark in here. Okay, so it kind of comes around like this. And it kind of goes a little bit. I'm going to give him a little bit of a shape. And then more. These are bigger over here. I'm not sure if they're, is it armor? It's just called armor on an armadillo? On an armadillo. An armadillo. I'm calling it now an armadillo. Okay, something like that. And then again, he's going to have these different sections. So this is going to be real like dark right in there where he kind of folds up, right? And then all this in here, it almost kind of looks like pebbles, like a rock, like a cobblestone, like a cobblestone. Wouldn't it be all right? So here's a story. We'll make up this story. Like, where's Mary when we want to make up a story? When he flattens out, he's really a cobblestone road. Okay, he's a cobblestone road, but that's his camouflage. He can roll up at any time, but when he can flatten out and be a cobblestone road. Oh my goodness! And I think these are really should be more in a lot in a row. They should probably be more in a row rather than just kind of all over the place. I think they should be more because these roll up, right? So they have to kind of be in some kind of a formation to be able to fold up. But a few different sizes there. Well accessorized armadillo. Uh, okay. Eating it sounds like Quincy is eating his lunch. Okay, take care, Uncle Dan. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Let me know where to send you a print. I'll send you one of the astronaut wrangler, the time wrangler astronauts, or as She-Spin calls it, what bird floss? Is that what it was, Juanita? Bird floss. It'll start having a little bit more depth and stuff here in a minute when I start doing some shading, guys. But I'm just kind of enjoying drawing his armor right here. Okay, so I'll just kind of go around this way here, something like that. Let's see. You should do a weird animals of the world. Use a pink fairy armadillo. I did. Well, yeah, I have done some odd animals combinations before, Curly T. It's been a while. It's been a while, but yeah, I've done those before. We did a Franken giraffe, a Frankenstein giraffe. We did a what was it? A pumpkin and bat turtle. We usually do those on Halloween. just being honest, we usually do those odd things on Halloween. Okay, so now their little feet are going to kind of come. Let's see, there's kind of like this, and then so that the armor, the scales or armor, whichever one you want to call it, kind of go in the right direction, something like that. So let's kind of mark those out. Oh, a bridge. That would be good. An armadillo bridge. Awesome. That's a good one, Juanita. Okay, so now I kind of got my lines where I want again, I got to clean off my pen. So I'm just going to kind of map it out a little here. So yeah, back to Survivor. So Survivor is coming back. I guess they're going to start filming it now. So it'll probably be in September, I imagine. That's usually when it is. The first season of the year is usually in September. So I'm thinking that that's when when they'll be back. Give them a toe ring. Oh, I could do that, Trisha. Or we could just. Well, I said I wasn't going to paint their nail. I mean, I wasn't going to add color, but I could paint the nails. I did do what was it we did? Oh, it was an alligator. It was Mimi, where we did. Y'all remember Mimi from Drew Carey? We did an alligator, and she looks like Mimi with the lipstick and everything. I don't know where it is right now, so I can't pull it out to show you. But she had lipstick and she had the alligator had toenail polish and all that. So we've done some funny animals. We have. And it's usually by request, like what y'all are doing now, shouting out something, a toe ring, or we could put a lip ring on him, or an earring, we could put an earring on him. We do that kind of stuff. Usually people shout it out. Okay, so Juanita said the toe ring would be magical and a magical item that allows him to transform into a bridge or cobblestone path. Yes. Oh my goodness, we had too much fun. Okay, so now, oh wait, I got to do this section back here. So again, let's just kind of get a row back here. Okay, so I got to do the little cobblestone things back here. And then this section has these they're not exactly triangles, but kind of triangle-y shaped. I drew one with just lines, but we could make it with more armor looking. I mean, the last time I drew one, I drew a little tiny one where I showed y'all I drew with I was going to draw with pink cactus. Okay, so do a few little like that. Okay. So now this section here, I really need to you even see it because I think this is the area where he really rolls up. So he has to really have these definition of the armor plating where it kind of collapses, right? Collapses in on itself. A monocle with a chain. We've actually put a monocle. What animal did we do that on? I don't remember now. Julie's probably already gone. She would remember, but I don't remember. We did a monocle. Let's say did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I wanted to meet in the middle, right? So very light right here. Okay. All right. And then his face is kind of all bumpy and lumpy too. Kind of just do essence of lumpy bumpy. So he's not too. And they can look kind of evil or mad if you do their eyes like kind of like they really are. So this depends on how evil you want them to be. Okay, so there we go. I got it kind of based in. So now let's go with the where's my brush pen? Let's go ahead and get some I'm going to have lines and things in this part of the armor, but I'll do that in a minute. I want to just kind of get them based in. All right, so let's get start shading a little here. Oh, I'm sitting on my foot. It's totally numb. Okay. All right. Don't make it too perfect because then he'll look like a toy or something. Get his little. Okay, then right up under here is going to be nice and dark. Okay, and then his ears. Little eye. Okay, then his toes and his toenails. Let's see if I can get his little feet kind of. Do more with that with the pen. Y'all still with the tour? It looks kind of funny right now, but they'll shape up. They'll shape up in a minute. I think. Janet, are you drawing him? All right, let's see. Nubby. Nubby, yeah. Juanita named him Nubby. He is Nubby. He's very Nubby. This part will have lines kind of going this way, but he's very Nubby. Okay. So, let's see. All right, there's a start. There's a start on little Nubby. Oh, okay. So now he's gonna have some little. He's gonna have these little. I hope y'all are having fun. I hope some y'all are playing along, or at least writing down some ideas or something. Get something out of this. Get something out of this. Oh, one with it. Oh, thanks, Uncle Dan. All right, let's see. Let's make him a little bit darker back up in here in his neck, where his head's popping out. Okay. All right, so now we're going to have the scales on this. They it could go either way. It could be like lines. They could be some kind of a triangle shapes. All right, and I still have to go around this is a lot of work. Oh, I should be zoomed in a little, shouldn't I? I should be zoomed in. Sorry, guys, we're kind of far away. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, so every one of these little nubs really needs a shadow on them because they are sticking out, right? They are bumpy, so they need a little bit. I mean, I could do this with the pen too, the ballpoint pen, but this is a little quicker. So let's go ahead and take a minute and shade Nubby. Let's check chat. Hi, Barb, Chicken Pot Pie Society. Anybody else I missed coming in? Thanks for being here. I'm trying to wrap him up. And about 15 minutes. I don't know how far we'll get, but that's about how much longer we're going to go. And I appreciate everybody being here. And thanks, mods, for modding, especially during giveaways. Those can be a little hectic, but I think they have it down now. All righty. Something like that. All right. See, look at the difference already, guys. See? All right, now we're going to do this one. Let's start at the top so my hand's not sitting in it or resting on it. He's saying, I will not be rushed. Although I think these little guys can run fast. They can scoot across those highways when they're not rolling up in a ball. And there's just a couple right up under here. All right, same thing for his legs now. Got to do that. I'll do his toes and stuff with the pen, more detail. How's Nubby good? How's Nubby looking? Oh. And so you have to color in between all this too. Or not color, but ink. Okay. So now I got to kind of decide how I want to do these scales. Some of them look like they're just lines, like let me just go ahead and draw the lines. And kind of a shadow in between. And these probably should meet up like alternating the little line. They probably should meet up like every other one, something like that. But I'm not like zooming in and really getting the close up of it, but I want it to be. So a couple of them just have lines and then they're just kind of shaded in between, like just a little tick of shading in between. But then there's some that looks like they're like more some kind of a pattern in there. I don't know if I want to put a pattern like a triangle pattern. And it almost looks like they could fit inside of each other. Like, let me show you dark here. So they could be like triangles like this, and then the alternating row, or well, it's really kind of the same row. They kind of look like they would fit in like that. You know what I mean? See how they look like they'd fit inside of each other? That's going to take a while if I do that. Oh, let's see. Or do I just want to do just one-sided triangle like? Let's see. Probably be quicker. I'm going to do that a little bigger. And I really should do them so that they'd fit up in between each other, but I'm not doing that. So don't email me and say those little armors have to fit up inside of each other. I'm not going to do it. We won't finish it. You know what I mean? Oh, we won't finish it if I do that. So let's just kind of. Of course, you could make it like samurai armor. You know what? If you look up samurai armor, I did a lemur in samurai armor one time. Yeah, it's a lot, Nighthawk. Yeah, it's a lot of detail for a quick pen and ink sketch. But this is what makes the pen and ink fun. You do pen and ink, Nighthawk. And then we'll do a little shading. I just got to kind of get it mapped out. Something like that. All right. So again, this is not going to necessarily be like how it would look if you really match them up, because I'm not matching them up like row by row, where one row would fit inside of another row. And then this will be kind of like something like this, just a little bit of a, I'll do more shading, but let's give it a little bit of a row. Because he curls up and this part of his body has to expand and roll up. Okay, so now let's do a few. And the rest of the detail have to be with the ballpoint pen. So these are little triangles like, but I'm just doing the underside of each one right now. I'm not watching chat. I guess I should check it, huh? So what's everybody else got planned for the rest of the week? Hubster and I are going to go up to see Denise on Saturday and go to the bookstore for our anniversary. We were thinking about going to the Varsity. If y'all know anything about the Varsity in Atlanta, we were thinking about going to the Varsity and getting some onion rings. They have the drive up. You park your car at the drive. I mean, they have the indoor too, but they have the drive up, old fashioned drive up to the thing and order. And I love onion rings. And was it mom who was saying you're going to go to the Varsity for your anniversary? And I said, well, last year we went to the Waffle House. It's just what we like to do. Okay, so inside the ear here, let's go ahead and get a nice dark area in here. And then I will kind of feather that out too. This is going to be dark in here, but we'll use the pen to kind of do detail or make it just not a line there. So yeah, we were thinking about going to the Varsity, but then if we go up to see Denise, we might just go to Red Robin, get the onion ring tower of onion rings. So now this is where all the scribbly shading, and you can shade different ways. You can do cross hatching, you can do lines. I like scribbles. I like to shade with scribbles, but you can shade with different ways. Depending on comic book artists want to be more precise. They'll probably use cross hatching. They probably won't do a lot of scribble their whole page, but so, and the ears have a little bit of texture to them too. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of that. Just some random texture. Random texture in the ears. Let's see. Yes, tradition, is if that's what you're talking to me, Julie, about. Uh, all right, now let's do a little bit down in here. And his little eyes kind of set in, but it's going to get looking mean if I'm not careful. We don't want we don't want him to look mean, but might not be able to help it. So I hope y'all had fun just, kind of hanging out while we did a little sketching with ballpoint pen and a brush pen. And thanks everybody that hung around for the giveaway. But a ballpoint pen, you could be surprised at how much shading you can do with the pen. Like just a big pen. And there's all different colors too. I just like black, but you can do blue, purple, red, green, pink, orange. Okay, there's my mail. See if he, oh, I'm sitting on my foot. If it gets out, do I need to go see if I got any packages? No, no stopping today. No packages today. But, it does take a minute to do this. Oh, thank you, Julie G, for the super chat. Let me write you down. Let me get a little thing over here. Thank you for the $4.99. Happy anniversary. Oh, thank you, Julie. I know I do have your address. Thank you, Julie G. Oh, thanks, Carla. That's sweet. Thanks, Julie, for the happy anniversary sticker. That was nice. Oh, thanks, Carol. Yeah, it's usually it's not the most viewed videos, the drawing videos, because I guess, and I understand there's more people that watch me that do art journaling and color books. And, because I'm not like a drawing channel, channels that are, that's what all they do. So they have a following of people that watch them draw because that's all they do. Because that's, we do so many different things here. So, it's just not the main thing people come here to watch. And I get that. But every now and then I just got to do me some drawing because, yes, what I like. It's what I like to do. Don't get me wrong. I love my color book, shading and color matching and sketching in the, doing stuff in the color books. And I love my art journals and my abandoned places books, which I need to do some more of those soon. I think I need to do some more abandoned Kieran Connolly books, altered books. Janice said, besides, I like to draw long, and it really is. Oh my gosh. What did Mary say? I missed what Mary said. Somebody said Mary said something, but I didn't see what Mary said. Oh, there she is. Oh, Mary, you did not have to do that. Mary, Mary, you silly girl. Thank you so much for this $20 super chat, super sticker. Thank you, Mary. Oh my gosh. I'll be looking for your print, Mary. You'll be getting one. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Mary. Aw, happy anniversary. Thank you, Mary. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you how long we've been together, but we've been together some decades. Some decades we have been together. Let's see. I do too, Debbie. I like to have a variety. Thank you. I do too. I do like to do different things. We don't get bored here. Not that I ever get bored anyway, but you know, there's too many things to do to get bored. But people just watching. You know, you're welcome, Rebecca, and thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Faithful Mess for donating them to us to give. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. All right, let's see if I can get a little bit more done here in the next 5 minutes. um, but this is where you start, getting the shading going, but you don't want to hurry too much. I mean, I do try to hurry because we're trying to get it done, but you don't want to hurry too much because you don't want to mess it up. And so I've got to go around each one of these now because I did add I did add a little bit of shading to it, but now I got to start going in between each one of these and doing a little bit of scribble on the Under Armour. Under Armour. See how I'm going to go in between, and I'll leave these circly things, I'll leave them kind of untouched so that they kind of stand out. But I've got to go around each one and a little, in between so that they look like kind of like that cobblestone look. So let's see if I can do a little bit here and a little bit on that. Thanks, guys, for supporting the channel, and I hope y'all do enjoy getting the monthly print and hanging out. What is it, baby? I hear you talking to me. You want to come up here? Come on. So you can see how that's starting to make these stand out a little bit. I should do a toe. I should at least get one little claw thing done in here. Come on, you want to come up? So I should get these little toes done. I see you. You're going to come up here and purr. Let's see the little toes. Let's see if I can see. So we've gone from this to this. So you just kind of make them. She's bumping on my paper over there. Kind of give it a little shadow in between the toe. Give it some toe jam. Give it some toe jam. Oh, thanks, Nighthawk. All right, well, obviously I'm not going to get this done, but I'm trying to show you. So this is going to be darker in here, and maybe a little bit in here and here, but it's going to be darker up in here. Whoops. It's going to be darker up in here, like there'll be more shadow up in here and right in here and right along here. But I wanted to do something here. These are going to look like little triangle things. And I have to get in there with each one and then shade in between, kind of like I'm doing with this, but with little triangles. Kind of make it have like some kind of an armor look, you know. And then maybe just have a little bit like, give it a little bit more nubby, but not too much because they do have to curl up. Still years for Jane. I don't know. I miss something on that conversation. Missed something on that one, girl. All right, so this is going to have like little triangles. And again, you got to go in and shade on each one. This foot back here is going to be a lot darker. It's way back under his body. And let's do his little toenails too. What do y'all think? I went over my 12 o'clock, but yeah, I think we're getting it. I might work on it and then show y'all. I don't know that I'll Instagram it, but we'll see. I'll try to work on it maybe over the weekend and show y'all on Monday if I don't put it on Instagram. So, yeah, I hope y'all had fun today. Just going to have to do every little nubby one by one. See? Thank you guys. Thanks, Cat and Pace. Well, let me back out so you can kind of get a better view of how what size he really is there. So, yeah. But he's coming along. It'll just take some time to, get it all filled in. But I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for being here every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern or 8:30 if you want to come in and say hello and chat for a minute before the show. And yeah. Love Nubby. Aw, thanks, Tori. Thanks. I might work on it for a while and post it, but we'll see. So, bye, Debbie. Thank you. Bye, Dot. Thanks, everybody, for being here. So, y'all have a great week. I know I'll probably see you at other people's streams and stuff, but thanks, everybody, for being here every Monday and Wednesday and hanging out with me and Nubby. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed weekend. And thanks again, mods. And we'll see. We'll see. Okay, guys. Bye bye.